Konnichiwa, Mina, this is T Sakura, and you're watching Timing Files. And today, this next video, I'm going to be doing Marvel Tales number 222. And this is another one of those starring Spider-Man, which, as you can see from there, we see the Punisher once again mixing with Spider-Man. Always good to see those two together, even though it's always kind of like, what's going to happen? Okay, well, the thing that makes this one unique is that it all starts out with, of course, the Black Cat. She's escaped from the hospital because she just can't stand to sit around and do nothing. And of course, because she's still recovering from the fight she had, does the best she can to at least get out of the house. You know, the thing that makes it really cool is that with Spider-Man, at this point in time, this is something very unique. You know, the cops aren't actually pulling guns out on him like they had been. They're not after him. They're actually asked him to come in for a drug bust. And they send Spider-Man in first to take out all of the armed thugs. That way they can safely take care of it because they didn't have the manpower. That's one thing I found to be very unique, is that it's good to see, you know, that the police finally accept Spider-Man as a superhero instead of, you know, trying to always arrest him or do whatever they try to do. You know, so that's one of those things that I found very unique about this, is that this is when Spider-Man was actually accepted more so than past things when he had problems with the law and everything, because, you know, vigilante, you know, you gotta arrest him. This is one of those that it just gets very interesting. You know, Spider-Man has to flat out, you know, talk to Felicia and just be like, you know, hey, you can't do this. You were hurt really bad. You have to recover. You know, you're not a superhero. You are a supervillain or an anti-hero, but you need to recover, and I cannot stand that you got hurt because of me. You know, it's good to see their relationship going. It's almost kind of sad that it never went anywhere. But of course, in other comics and everything, you know, we get to see, you know, her daughter team up with his daughter. Even though it was never 100% agreed on, it's just more like, hi, yeah, I'm gonna be teaming up with you. I'm your sidekick. Yeah, my dad says no, and I say no. Some pretty good ones. Definitely check that out. I have a review up on that one whenever that happens. You know, and you know, it gets definitely, we see a lot more of Spider-Man in this because he, you know, that's one thing I really like about him, is that he's human. Goes to work, and one of the most important things are happening. It shows right there on the front. The Punisher is going to trial right now. Parker has been, I don't know, would you call that asked, or forced, or demanded? You know, I'll let you guys decide. You know, so Jameson, you know, like, okay, well, we're going here, Parker. I need photos. We're gonna prove this. Everything, you know, they're kind of like, you know, why are you so excited? Blah blah blah. This, he's like, because now we get to prove, you know, that superheroes are worthless. Blah 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 blah. Because, you know, with the Punisher, he's showing exactly what Spider-Man's gonna become like, blah 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 blah. You know, and you know, it's one of the things, I don't have all the original comics and everything. I'm gonna have to read up to see if I can find out. Especially for any of you Spider-Man fans out there, and it probably goes out to Comic Uno because you know a lot more than I do. Because somebody explained to me with a comment why he hates Spider-Man so much. Because I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Well, the good thing about this comic right here is that they do a huge recap of everything, you know, about some of his biggest things that he did. And then we get to see him in court, and this is where it gets extremely unique, just because his lawyer's trying to go on about, you know, mental insanity. He was driven to the point of doing this because of his family being murdered, blah 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 blah, going on. And then the Punisher just has it. He does that scary eye look and just flat out says, I am not crazy. He refuses to acknowledge that he is crazy. He will not accept that because he's doing a good thing in the city. And, you know, he just flat out goes all out to Judge and everybody, telling him why he's doing it, why he will do this, because nobody understands, you know, that with all the heroes out there, with everybody doing everything they can, only he's making a difference by literally taking out the crime instead of, you know, putting them away for about a couple years. They come back, do the exact same thing. He's taking care of the problem at the root. And then at the final thing, that's when this gets very interesting, is because, you know, Peter's just sitting there. Let's see where it is. And I wonder about my own brand of costume crime fighting, and about whether what happened to the Punisher will ever happen to Spider-Man. And that right there is probably the key element of the entire comic, is Peter is wondering, will he ever cross the line? He has been driven to cross the lines in several occasions when he had the opportunity to kill Carnage when he was teamed up with the Black Cat, Firestar, and Venom to kill him. He couldn't do it. You know, there's another chance when he had to kill Kraven the Hunter, and he didn't do it. Yeah, Spider-Man has been pushed to the brink of having to cross the line. And this is one of those things right here, it flat out just says, will Spider-Man ever do that? Will he ever have to go Punisher on a supervillain or someone to save a life because he doesn't have a choice? And that's one of the what makes this comic right here extremely important, is because that is one of the questions that is given in this one, you know, from Spider-Man himself, asking, will I ever have to? And that's one of the why this is personally one of my favorites. It's also because it has Punisher, who is also one of my top Marvel heroes in there. And I like how, you know, he bears his soul right there, you know, like why do you allow them? And I highly recommend everybody to try this one out, because of just how much it really goes into showing a lot about the Punisher, and showing, you know, personal deep secrets of Spider-Man and what he's still trying to develop his hero. So, yep, this has been my personal review on Marvel Tales number 222. If you guys enjoyed, it's T. Sakura saying ciao and sayonara.